Hello everybody, welcome back to Games and Toys TV. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing something very different and very special. I'm going to be showcasing a roller coaster that I built inside of Planet Coaster, a roller coaster tycoon game that you can find on Steam. I think there's a console edition as well, but anyway, I built this massive roller coaster that goes through this valley full of dinosaurs. And I just had to showcase it in a video, and yeah, I pretty much built it for YouTube. There's a giant volcano, as you saw there, and it is just absolutely epic. I did record a voiceover as I was, playing the game, which is the footage you're seeing right now, but like the game, you could hear that the audio was just completely messed up, so I have to just sort of narrate over the gameplay footage instead. And the reason why I'm showing the big, massive field outside of the Dinosaur Valley is basically I do plan on making another sort of I want to build out the rest of the park. I don't want the dinosaur themed area to be the only themed area. I want to do like some other themes as well. Like I had an idea for like a Lord of the Rings inspired area. That would be really cool. So anyway, this is the area where the guests come in off of the monorail. So they get off the monorail, they head down the stairs. There's a T-Rex attacking a Jeep right there. And very cool, it's playing some ominous music. And as the guests are coming down the stairs, there's some pteranodons sort of watching them go by. And then, as you can see, there's the queue for the roller coaster. There's there's not too much there, but I tried to add some entertaining things to keep the guests entertained. Like, for example, there is an Ankylosaurus there in the queue. Maybe the guests want to pet the dinosaur if they want to, although even though the Ankylosaurus is a herbivore, probably still not a good idea. There's a dinosaur fossil in the wall, which I think is pretty cool. There's a Jeep on top, another Jeep playing scary music. There's also a Dilophosaurus up there. And yeah, then there's the station for the roller coaster. And there's also another Dilophosaurus right there, sort of screeching at the guests as they wait in line. And alrighty, let's just show the POV of the coaster. Okay, here we go. So the roller coaster starts off with you kind of going up this lift hill. There's a giant mountain next to you. And as you can see, way up there at the top of the mountain, there's a T-Rex that is waiting for you. And he roars at you right before you go down the drop. The view could be a lot better, mainly because that big restraint kind of blocks your view. It's a shame. I really should see if I can fix that. I don't think there is a way to, but whatever. And then we continue up, and here we go. And you can probably hear I added some music and some sound effects to really make the experience very immersive. There it goes. There's the T-Rex. The T-Rex roars at you, and then you go down the drop. Straight down. And then you go straight into an inversion, do a corkscrew, go down, do another corkscrew. And then you go up and you swing back around. You pass this T-Rex that's eating a Triceratops. You go through this open field full of herbivores. And then you go up and you do another inversion. And then I believe this is called a Cobra roll. You do a Cobra roll and then you go back down. And there is a launch midair. And then you get like just shoved into the volcano. There's a T-Rex in the fire roaring at you as you go through the volcano. And then you come back out here. There's another T-Rex. There's all kinds of dinosaurs as you follow this river. There's a Spinosaurus. Go up, do a loop-de-loop, and then you go down. Raptors there. Do another loop-de-loop. Actually, I think this is a Cobra roll. I'm not very knowledgeable with what roller coaster inversions are called up, and then there's a whole load more dinosaurs as you turn around one more time and pull back into the station. And that there is the end of the roller coaster. And I believe I called this roller coaster Extinction. Yes, it's called Extinction because, dinosaurs, Extinction. I feel like it was a good name. And it is broken down, and so I probably should have repaired it, but whatever. It's the only roller coaster in the park. So let's look at some of the scenery then, because you can't really see a lot of the scenery very well because you're going by so fast. So of course you have the T-Rex at the top of the hill, sort of roaring at you right before you go down the drop. There's a big open field full of herbivores that are grazing. There's a couple of Triceratops down there, sort of eating some grass, and also there's an Ankylosaur there as well. And up there in the forest, there's some stegosaurs just kind of chilling in the forest, kind of like in the Lost World Jurassic Park. Very reminiscent of that movie. And then what happens next? Oh, yeah, this part is very easily missed. So there's a couple of Triceratops battling a T-Rex. You have a dinosaur fight. And I don't know why movies and TV shows don't show T-Rexes and Triceratops fighting more often because it's been scientifically proven that T-Rex and Triceratops battled each other in real life. There's fossil evidence for it. And I don't know why they haven't shown, you know, these two dinosaurs battling each other, because we know that it happened, and it would just be really cool to see. So yeah, I added a couple of Triceratops battling a T-Rex sort of on this hill. And then you go over here, and as you saw, you can kind of see this pretty good on the roller coaster. There's a T-Rex eating a dead Triceratops. He's nibbling on that piece of meat, lifts his head up, and he goes, "Rop," and then he eats the piece of meat. Very cool animation, very gruesome sight. It's probably actually one of my favorite scenes on the whole roller coaster. Then you go back down through the field of herbivores. You go through another cobra roll. And then I believe the volcano scene is next. You go down through the, you go up and then you hit the launch, and the launch launches you into the cave that takes you inside of the volcano. There's fire everywhere. There is a T-Rex there sort of roaring at you as you go by. And then you go out through the cave, and there's another T-Rex that roars at you. The T-Rexes are just like chasing you all over the place. I don't know how many T-Rexes there's supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be the same T-Rex, but I made the roller coaster. What am I talking about? So, I don't know. There's a bunch of T-Rexes chasing you around the valley. There's a couple of pteranodons down there sort of chilling. There's a sauropod, a diplodocus, I believe it's called. I know it's a goofy name. And it's kind of just chilling there on top of that hill. The roller coaster starts to follow this river. There's a Spinosaurus that is supposed to, like, snap at you as you're going by, but I can never get the timing correctly. I have it on a trigger, so that way when the roller coaster goes by, the Spinosaurus will snap at it. But for whatever reason, I can never time it right, and so the Spinosaurus never really moves. So yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate, but Spinosaurus is my favorite dinosaur, so I still had to include it, even if its effect didn't end up working. So Spinosaurus is there, and then you go through another loop-de-loop. There's the raptor scene, and all the raptors are sort of in sync. I believe that's because of a glitch that happens whenever you load up the map. The raptors are always, in fact, all the animations, all the animated characters are always in sync, and it's a little annoying because it doesn't look as cool. It kind of looks kind of goofy, but whatever. It's fine. It still works. There's another corkscrew there. There's a whole herd of Parasaurolophus. I know, another goofy dinosaur name. They're all grazing along that lake as you turn around one more time. There's another sauropod there as you pull back into the station, and that is the end of the ride. There's also another Dilophosaur that kind of screeches at you as you pull back into the station. Sort of one last dinosaur encounter before the end of the ride. And that is the Extinction Coaster, and it is still broken down, and I believe I placed down a mechanic there to repair it. And what I want to do in the future, I want to create like a more chill dinosaur ride. I do want to make another one. I want to make another dinosaur ride in this area, and I want it to be more chill, more relaxed, and kind of want it to be more of like a safari ride where you're just sort of observing the dinosaurs. It would also be really cool to have a fight scene between a T-Rex and a Spinosaurus, kind of like what I did with the T-Rex and the Triceratops. And although I couldn't squeeze in a T-Rex and Spinosaurus fight on this ride, but if I ever do a second roller coaster well, it's not going to be a roller coaster. If I ever squeeze in a second ride, then I will definitely include a scene like that. And I don't really know where I'm going to put the second ride, probably on the field right next to this valley. There's a lot of open space. I don't want to take up too much space, though, because, as I said earlier, I want to make some other themed areas, not just dinosaur-themed areas. So, yeah, I might release, like, a time-lapse video in the future of me building another dinosaur ride, because I don't want this roller coaster to be the only one. So, yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say. This is sort of like just a showcase of this big roller coaster. And, yeah, that big field there is probably where I'm going to build the second dinosaur ride. And, yeah, there you go. There was my Extinction Planet Coaster dinosaur ride. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, comment. Of course, please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.